episode 3 of the Butterscapades. I'm up to, I have a new jar this time. I'm up to buttermilk right at the moment. Trying a different camera angle, so we'll see how we go. But this butter will serve 2 purposes. It's my best friend's birthday today. I'm making her butter. So I am trying something new. I am going to do 2 iterations of butter today. One is going to be usual salted, and then the other one, I'm going to try a new one. I'm going to try maple bacon. So here's my pre-cooked bacon sitting in maple right now, and I'm going to see how that turns out. I don't really know, but here we are, just experimenting with butter now because that's what we do. So here we go. I'm up to the step of cleaning the butter. I think I'm going to do that twice today. Just a little bit of water though, less water, so it doesn't go splattering around everywhere. And then, yeah. I'm also going to use way less water this time. Probably a half of what I used last time. So I've got my 2 sticks of butter. This was just how I separated it for now, but when I actually do it, it'll probably be 2 this size and then a little bit left over for me. That was way better. Yeah, way better. Hardly any water splattered. Oh my gosh. And the water is still cloudy. So instead of rinsing the butter every time, I'm literally just going to replace the water and go through it again, because it's just a matter of getting all of the butter milk out of the butter. So take 2. I think I might do this 3 times. It's for a special person, so requires some special love. Made with love, you know. So it's way less cloudy this time. Going to pop a paper towel underneath for that butter. See, it's starting to look way more clear, so I am going to do that just one more time and then I'll rinse it. Okay, 3rd time. That'll be it. I'm not going to rinse again. Yeah, that's pretty much like, it's just the slightest bit cloudy, but I'm not too concerned with that. I feel like that's the clearest water I've seen after doing this a couple of times now, and way better. So I'm going to pour this out. I'm going to clean the butter with some paper towel, and then I'm going to mix in, as they would in Cold Rock, as they would at Cold Rock, a salted one and then a maple bacon. I was pretty pooped yesterday, having been run down the last couple of days. I actually speak about that in a reel. Was yesterday the full moon in Capricorn, and the sign of Capricorn is very much aligned to your work, your routines, your ambition, and oh shit, just a heap of butter down there. You come over to here. Let's start here. So a sign of being run down during a full moon, or during this full moon specifically, could be an indication that your work-life balance your work-life balance is misaligned, or you need to revisit it, have a look at it, analyze it and evaluate it, because your body is telling you need to slow down, you need to rest, which mine certainly was. So yesterday I was able to have a little bit of a slower day with work and be kind to myself. Still got to go out and pack some equipment away, but for the most part it was catching up on admin and being able to sit by my office and have tea and cuddle my dog. So that was really needed. But if you have been feeling a similar type of way, run down, fluey, tired, it could be tied in with the full moon. And usually the full moon effects last for a couple of days. And what I'm actually realizing is that a lot of people want to know about astrology. And it's not something that I would say I'm an expert in, but it is definitely something that I'm curious about and interested in. So I definitely do research via Google, Perplexity, Instagram, TikTok, if it comes up on my TikTok. Just like being informed, you know. Plus, I very much believe that the moon influences a lot of a lot of how I feel, and I mean my cycle as well. Being a female, very much tied to the moon. So I will be, I'll be sharing a little more about my curiosity with astrology, because it seems to be that people want to know about it. And I am on this journey of sharing my voice, or using my voice a lot more. So here we are. Oh, that feels so nice. Oh, my butter. My gosh, I'm going to be so proud of this butter. Look at that. It's so soft and spongy. Wow. So there's another, excuse me. Oh no, Okay, you go. You're clean, because you're now just giving off butter. There's another event happening in astrology soon, and that is Earth at Aphelion. Now, I don't know if you've heard much of that. I certainly hadn't, but it's actually happening next week, the 6th of July, I believe. And I am going to do a little bit more research as to what that is. But from an overview, that's going to be my... I might just get all of it out first before I decide what I do. As an overview, Earth at Aphelion... There's a lot of water in that, actually. it means Earth is at the furthest point away from the sun. So that's happening soon, next week. I believe the 6th of July, although I am going to do a little bit more research on that, so I can be more informed. And it is something I'm curious about, as I just said. So, you are still bleeding. Water. Excuse me. So what I'm doing now is I am getting all of the excess water out of the butter because I rinsed it. So now I need to undo that. And so that's me getting, see how it's very quite damp? But then this part is, what's the word? It's taking the butter away from it, which means that's pretty much dry. So, take that. So it's my actual best friend's birthday today. It's very exciting stuff. She's younger by 1 year, so we always joke about that. But she's just one of the best humans you could ever meet. Obviously, I'm extremely biased, but you could never tell me otherwise. And so when she made a passing comment about making butter for her birthday, I could never pass that up. So this, I've split it into 3. So there will be 2 for her, 1 salted and 1 maple bacon, which is my first iteration of that. And then the third one, this little one over here that I'm currently working on, rinsing, will be my top up, because my Butterbell is half full from the last week that I did it, and I made butter. So I only need a tiny bit to sit in my fridge to get me to the end of the week, because that's when I usually do my groceries. All right, this can go in the sink. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, I might just start with my own one, because that will take a short amount of time. I also need some baking paper. So, a little story about my medication. I'm perpetually late at taking it. This is for my autoimmune condition. If you don't know, I have psoriatic arthritis, and it impacts my joints and my, excuse me, I just saw that there was still butter and water here, so I'm going to clean that, and then I'm going to get this off the bench so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. But it affects my joints and anywhere in my body or any parts of my body that I have had previous impact or sustained an injury to. So my ankle, my right ankle, when I was playing before I was contracted, a couple of years before, very early in my rugby league career, I was tackled from behind and did a syndesmosis injury. I was out for, I think, 8 weeks. I did not do surgery, but now that's better. But now, because of my arthritis as well, it stays. It stays essentially. Where did I? Here, this one. going to make that extra salty for me. Also, multiple delayed concussions, like as in multiple concussions, but delayed symptoms. And it also ties in with my shoulder and neck, so they also get stiff and impact me getting migraines as well, and headaches, which is now just a part of my everyday life. Then I also have my hamstring proximal tendonitis. So my iteration of psoriatic arthritis actually impacts a lot of my tendons. So I had peroneal tendonitis in my right ankle, as well as the syndesmosis. Right hamstring proximal tendonitis. And in my wrist as well, I had many cortisone injections, and now, I don't get them anymore because I'm not playing, I don't have that much impact. Well, there's not that much contact, but I do strap it if I know I'm going to be jumping in at training with the girls to help, to support, to give advice. And both my knees. It's the only one I haven't spoken about. Yeah, patellar tendonitis in both my knees. So it flares up my knees, my left knees all the time. My right knee is not all the time, thankfully. But they very much impact me when I've been doing all these running events now. And it's just about managing, ensuring I'm prepping myself as best I can. It does mean a lot of prehab in the gym, attempting to strengthen all of my lower limbs and not just my knees, but those around, the muscles around my knees. And so this injection keeps me in a maintenance phase. Because as you probably might be asking, how do you function every day if you've got all those things going on? It takes an injection fortnightly, and during the winter when everything is a lot more flared, I also have a slow release anti-inflammatory every single day. Other things that I do to manage my health accordingly, for me, is fish oils. Fish oils are an everyday thing. Some I actually probably take, what a normal dose is generally 1 to 2 for an adult. I am taking 6 times that amount, I think. I believe it's 6 times that amount, because I use triple strength and I take 2 of those a day. So that's part of what keeps my inflammation at bay. Does not mean it goes away, but it means that I can feel, as my rheumatologist would say, normal, like a regular person. But the cold definitely does impact on that. When it's hotter, it's way easier. So you'll catch me very much enjoying a lot more saunas than I will ice baths, purely because it's nicer for my body. My body adapts better to heat stress as opposed to cold stress. But yeah, that's a little bit about my health history and my chronic pain. I don't really talk about it too much because it's just one of those things that, I don't know, you live with. You use it to fuel you to keep going, and you just find ways to navigate and manage. I too still am on my path to excellence, high performance, just in different areas of my life now, in coaching, in endurance events, in making butter, and edging my capacity as a human, which I spoke about in my previous video. I'll put the link in the description. But it's not something that I want to prevent me from living the life that I want to live and attacking all of these side quests and chasing excellence through physical exercise. It's not something that I think should hold me back, nor does my rheumatologist. So I'm glad we're on the same page. Almost done here, fam. So, salted. Salted butter for my best friend. Is this maple bacon one gonna turn out? I'm really not sure, but let's try. As you don't know if you don't try. Smells good. Maybe that's just the maple bacon. I might need to. I feel like that's a lot of bacon. But anyway. It's going to be highly concentrated maple bacon butter. I don't know how long this is going to last as well, so hopefully I can get her to use it like quickly. But this is my first time making flavored butter. This is so exciting. If you have other flavors that you think I should try, I am so down. I've had a request for chili butter, so that's going to happen next time. Probably towards the end of the week when I pick it up, as in when I pick up more butter. So the maple seems to be coming out because it's a liquid, but I'm really hoping that the bacon steeps in the maple for long enough that it will taste like maple, is my hope. So I feel like I've done that enough. Let's get this in here and hope that it tastes nice. So I'll be taking breakfast. Got some blueberry bagels, some cream cheese, and then the butter is the gift. But would I be opposed to maple bacon on blueberry bagels? Absolutely not. Will she? Probably. So I'll leave my quirky tastes for when I'm alone. But that is, I feel like this is episode, I mean, I did a Coach Diaries the other day, so I'm not going to call that episode 3 of the Butterscapades, but this, so that makes this episode 3 of the Butterscapades. Thanks so much for tuning in if you did. If you didn't, it's just me talking to myself, which is pretty wild. But if you enjoy reflections about being a coach, as in me, I am the coach. If you enjoy my escapades making butter, that's this. This is episode 3. If you enjoy running and reflections in my journey of being a runner, even through pain, then my account, my videos might be for you. Or they might not. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But appreciate y'all for sticking around if you have this far. And I will see you on the next installment of the Butterscapades.